Yes, we are. And
Excellent.
we are coming in on TikTok.
Okay. All right, everybody, welcome. My name is Chris. This is the Shop LC live stream, and this is going to be the day that you don't want to miss a single item, a single second. We're showcasing Lagoon Tourmaline. We'll try not to bump into the merchandise here like a bull in a china shop. But what we're showing you today is one of the rarest colors to see in tourmaline. Tourmaline, as many of you know or may not know, comes in a wide variety of colors, probably more than any other gemstone in the world. It's also your October birthstone. It's one of the most beautiful and can be one of the most rare. Think things like Pataiba; those are pretty much in the mainstream. Indicolite. This Lagoon Tourmaline is basically on that level of Indicolite, extraordinarily rare and wildly beautiful. The prices today are gonna blow your mind. Now, some of these are gonna be higher up because this is material that goes for anywhere from $4,000 to, in many cases, it can $4,000 plus per carat. I've seen, but we're gonna be way below that. I don't want to scare anybody off. If anything, just watch it to dream and to think about. Now, there's going to be some that are going to be under the $1,000, under even the $500 range here today. So we're going to jump right to it. Now, if you're watching on TikTok, I think the best way to tell you guys to see about procuring an item, maybe you want to learn a little bit more about it, is to call our live stream personal shopper. There is a sort of a laundry list of things you can jump through. But I think the best way is just to dial 888-835. I don't know this number by heart, forgive me. It's not the same one we give you on TV. 835-2237. So I want you to save this in your phone if you would, and everybody who's watching actually, because these are specific to, they're exclusive to the personal shopper realm here. So again, that's 888-835-2237. If you're watching on Facebook and Instagram, of course, it's the same old deal. In other words, the first item that I'm going to be showing you, this is going to be this pretty affordable, absolutely beautiful oval Lagoon Tourmaline here. Blue. Did I say Lagoon Blue? Lagoon Blue. That one's going to be sold 101. The next item will be sold 102, unless we otherwise state sold 103. You get the deal. That being said, we always welcome you to like us, share us, subscribe. Do not keep us a well-hidden secret. And any questions you have, or if I move too fast on something, just let me know. Oh, thank you for the hearts. Any questions or anything, I'm always happy to kind of flash something back in. Sometimes I get to moving too fast. Usually I'm moving too slow and taking too long on items. So I'm going to try to get to every single item that we have here today. What's up?
I was giving a shout out to Faye, sending some hearts on TikTok.
Yeah, no, it's very nice. Very nice. Appreciate you, Miss Faye. That said, you guys ready to see some cool stuff?
Let's do it.
Yeah, all right. Good, me too. All right, first up, we've got, this is going to be the, let's see, we got a Midnight Bloom ring, kind of a fireburst design. This is super hot. Okay, now, again, when we're talking about material here that goes for literally thousands per carat, I want you to keep that in mind, but look at the clarity on this. All right, the clarity is exceptional. The color, the Lagoon Blue, is sort of a bluish green. Now, depending on which angle you look at that from, you're going to probably see sort of different tones of that color. This is AAA quality. When we talk about AAA, that's going to be sort of about your color saturation, of which this definitely has no lack of. This is a top gem, world-class gemstone. You're looking at a full carat altogether. Now, that's going to include your diamonds as well on this one. And I was looking at our notes, and I said, I thought we were going to start out with one that was more affordable, because this one was scheduled to go out at around $2,500. We've got it marked down to $1,999. So now I'm not as worried about it. But if you're like, well, Chris, that's still a good bit of money. Here's the good news. We have a code today. It's Live25. All right. When you get to the checkout portion, there's going to be a promo code section. And guys, if you're watching on TikTok, this is, let's see, I can give the item number too.
Yes.
Just so they can look it up on the Shop LC website. And I'll also say, if you're watching on any of the social media platforms, as much as we love them and love you sharing and subscribing and all that good stuff, if you would, be mindful of the shoplc.com website. That one you can, or even the app that you get on your phone now, you can go to the live streams on your app. But you can, that's going to be kind of an easier way for you to maybe watch the show if for whatever reason your stream happens to fail. This ring is a classical, beautiful ring. You got a big size center stone. We're talking about 95 points on your center stone. So see, altogether, and you're gonna have about 5 points in the diamonds. So you got some pave diamonds surrounding it. They look like a lot more. The sunburst design does sort of give it a nice amplification. The oval cutting of the Lagoon Tourmaline is I think key to this one's, basically the real estate on this one looks like that of at least a carat, if not more. And I'm going to show it to you on my finger. I always like to do that, and I always remind you that I have kind of big hands, just to give you an idea of scale, right? So even on my gigantic hands, that is an ideal size, and it does, in terms of the millimeter. Yeah.
I want to try that as well.
Oh, sure. In terms of the millimeter, we're talking about 7 by 5, so you're getting the look at least of a carat on that one. And it's just shy. I mean, 95 points for all intents and purposes. We're getting, really close to being at that benchmark size, but it definitely looks like that, and then some. Looks like about a carat 10. This or any other gemstone, but the cutting is beautiful on this. It is sensational. And again, so we've got a little discrepancy, which I think now this makes more sense. I think we entered in the information. Okay, this makes a lot more sense now. I think the information about the 95 points is correct, but we've got 30 points of diamonds, and that seems a lot more correct to me than 5 points, because there's no way that halo. So I'm gonna go ahead and let you guys know there is probably, I would say, with about 95% assurity in the information. This is item number 7890969. In the information, I'm going to say that's wrong, the 1 carat, because it's almost a carat. It's 95 points. That is definitely correct for that center stone. But the 30 points makes more sense, because if you scroll down and look at it's probably just a typo. These things happen. We deal with thousands and thousands and literally probably tens of thousands of items per week. So sometimes they enter it in, they miss a little beat. So this is probably closer to a carat 25 once we get all that correct, because I think the 30 points in diamonds is correct, because I was like, there's no way that's 5 points of diamonds. I was like, maybe they're micro. No, they're not micro pave diamonds. You got good sized diamonds surrounding it. So I'm glad we sort of figured that out. That was kind of troubling me. I was like, doesn't make any sense. It's a lot of carat weight, and there's diamonds down either side of the shank as well. It is a classic beauty, though. It is amplified by that beautiful sunburst design, and we are doing it for $19.99. Now here's the deal. You're going to get 25% off of that. So you're going to get it basically for $1,499. You've also got a budget pay opportunity on that for $400. That $400, after you put in the code LIVE25, that $400 now becomes, $300. Right. So $300 budget pay gets this item home. You then have a 30-day inspection period. That means you're going to be able to take a look at it. If you fall in love with it, and I'm pretty sure you will, because it's a winner, then you're good to go, right? You're going to pay $400 or $300, and then you're going to pay about $10 a day for the next 4 months, and then you're done. There's no interest payments. There's no credit card checks. So budget pay is your friend. But if you decide you want to return it, that's your prerogative as well. You have 30 days, so it's virtually risk-free. You do put up the $300 to get it home, but you have plenty of time, ample time, to inspect it, make sure it's exactly what you want. You can even go out there and shop around in the meantime and see if you can even find this in the retail world. I doubt you can. It's that rare. The Lagoon Tourmaline is extraordinary. All right, so we're going to move on. That's sold 101. But I will say real quick, with almost everything that we're going to be showing you today, and I know this without even looking, even though I did look earlier, so I kind of cheated, but with everything we're going to show you today, we are talking about literally the last in stock opportunity. And it's probably because we didn't have that many to begin with. Okay, these don't get a lot of showing on the TV side of things, because there are so few of them, because this is such a rare and expensive gemstone. Now you could be paying $5,000 a carat for it. You're paying well under that. That last ring, by the way, wasn't 14 karat white gold, and I apologize for not letting you know that in case you're wondering about the stats of it. The diamonds were incredible, blinding white, but that was about a carat on your center stone. And yes, again, in 14 karat white gold. So beautiful opportunity there. Hope you'll take advantage of it. But we've got a lot of different rings that we're going to show you. We do have some pendants as well. Not any earrings that I can see today, but we'll work on getting some of those in the future for you. And I would say that if you end up getting any purchase today, think about getting, in terms of comparable, I would say your Indicolite is probably going to be the closest to the Lagoon Tourmaline in terms of color. So think about getting maybe an Indicolite set of studs, which you can find on the website at shoplc.com. Or actually call the personal shopper, and they'll be able to do it up right for you. Okay?
Now we do have a comment from user 7453 commenting, "Hi, no, no, no."
Hi, no, 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 no.
Yeah.
Hi, yes, yes, yes. User 7453. Thank you. Thank you for watching. Hi. No, no, no. Yes, yes, yes. Okay. All right. Oh, and I do have a gents ring. By the way, we do have two different gents rings that we're going to be bringing to you today. One's in an emerald cut. Just put that one on because it happened to be in my size. We do have another one in an oval cut too. So guys, we're going to have something for everybody out there. And you're going to be in for a treat. Keep in mind though that every purchase that you make, no matter how big or small, will go towards feeding a hungry child through your Purchase Feeds affiliation that we've had for a number of years now. Delivering over 53 million probably now meals to children in need. It's a beautiful thing. Baked into the cake. We don't upcharge you or anything for it. It's been something we've factored in for a long time. It's one of the reasons why I was so interested in joining this network. It's quite a lovely little charity, you know. Lots of meals too, though. Apparently nutritious meals. They're not like, you know, some of the stuff that, if you're my age, like in your 20s, that you used to have in schools and stuff like that. No, it's the good stuff. Nice, warm, nutritious. All right, let's move on. Next up, we've got an emerald cut for you. I love this one. And I think Indicolite is served really, really well when we do cut it into, and now it's, yeah, I think emerald cut is a good way to do it. I'm in love with it. All right, this one, kind of an Art Deco style on this one. Nice symmetry. You've got sort of baguette diamonds that are going to be channel set. They're going to be tapered up as you crescendo into that Ode to Joy, which is your center stone. You know, anybody ever played Ode to Joy? When I was I did band for like 1 or 2 years when I was in middle school. We learned Ode to Joy was one of the first things I ever learned. It was like dun 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 dun. Yeah. Did you ever do band?
I played, the closest thing was flute.
Flute?
Yes.
All right.
I always wanted to learn piano though. Now we do have a quick comment from Alicia on TikTok. She commented how much, and any moissanite as well. She was interested in something.
Alicia, no moissanite in particular on this show, although
we have lab growns for our 2 p.m. show.
we have some lab grown diamonds for our 2 p.m. and a lot of those are going to be very, very affordable.
Yes, they are.
And when I say lab grown, I'm not talking like CZs or anything. We're talking about the real deal, chemically, optically, all that good stuff. I encourage you, and I've just been blown away by the lab growns. They're 10 on the Mohs hardness scale, all that good stuff. So Alicia, I would encourage you. We'll continue watching this one, and call our personal shopper line. It's 888-835-2237, and then they can sort of line you up potentially with some moissanite. But I definitely don't miss this afternoon show. That will be starting at 2 p.m. Central Standard Time. And we're going to crush it with some killer deals. Nobody gets lab-grown diamonds as inexpensively as we do, and they are legit. They're like I said, chemically, optically, everything. Now, this is going to be a carat, and thank you for watching. It was Alicia?
Yes.
All right, appreciate you out there. This is a carat 12, so we're well over that benchmark carat size on this one. So again, you've got a very blue-green, beautiful gemstone. These are wildly, wildly expensive. If you're able to find them at the retail level, you're not going to find this. It's most akin, I would say, to your Indicolite. That's what's, I would say, it's most, it's kind of, it's a play on that, but extraordinarily rare, as Indicolite is rare. It's right up there with Paraiba, probably in the top 2 of the rarest of all tourmaline and most expensive. But this one today, folks, we're doing for $2,399. Now, you do have the 25% off code. So if you do that math, we're talking about $17.99. You're going to get this for $1,800. So 5 will go into 18. How many times? That's going to give you your budget pay. So essentially, we're going to get this down below $400, down to $359 on your budget pay. That's a huge opportunity. This one is going to be in, let's see, it's quad A now. So we got E to F. So we're talking near colorless diamonds, VS2 quality. Live restricted some audiences. I know I got to stop cussing so much, don't I? It didn't do that on Thursday for whatever reason. Or if it did, maybe I didn't see it. Uh-oh. Now, this is no treatment. I say that actually, this is. I think there's a little bit of heat. Can we go scroll back up just a little bit, because there is some slight heat treatment to it, but that's common with most of your gemstones there. So I should say that. I was looking at the wrong information there. But this one is going to be certified and appraised. Now, when you think treatment, don't think it's like, oh no, it's like irradiated or anything. That's just a mild heat treatment. It kind of evens out everything a little bit. It increases the value of the stone, in fact. This one is crystal clean. A lot of times you can see these. If you get the poor stuff, you're going to see it with inclusions. This one, nothing. Not, or at least it's eye clean. And again, when we talk about the benchmarks, this is very, very important. For something that's easily $5,000 a carat, especially once you get over that one carat benchmark. I mean, it's more expensive. It can be more expensive, and in many cases is more expensive than even some of your finest diamonds at that size. You're talking about something that's very, very collectible. Not only is it beautiful, but I love this one because of the mounting. The mounting is what really sets it off for me. I'm a big fan of the Art Deco era, which I think probably a lot of you are too. The symmetry of it all, the graduation here. You got this princess cut, and then you've got these two emerald cut baguettes that sort of get slightly larger, and then you get, bam, this beauty. The cutting, top notch. You're not going to let anyone who's not a master anywhere near something as valuable as this. Collector's gemstone. It will more than likely, if the past is any indicator, increase in value. But it's just gorgeous. It's just, I mean, it is one of the most beautiful gemstones you're ever going to see. This would make a beautiful, a lot of these, in fact, would make beautiful engagement rings. A lot of people using the colored gemstones as engagement rings now. So take advantage of that one, folks. I will say, though, in terms of availability, that sold 102. But sold 101, we only had 4 of. This one, we only have 7 of. Okay? It's in platinum, so I don't want you to worry about the sizing. I will say, if you want to get it sooner, we've got only 1 in a size 8. That's important because 8 is probably the average. 7 or 8 is probably the average size that most ladies in the U.S. wear, at least on average. And let's see, we've got 2 in the 9, or 3 in the 9, and then we've got 2 in a size 6 and 1 in a size 10. So no size 7s there. Your 8's going to be your best bet. If you wear a size 7, go ahead and get the 8. And if that's sold out, just get the 6. And then once you get it home, once you decide that you love it, or not, if you don't, you send it back in. But if you do, we're gonna do free sizing on that for you. Okay, so get it home. It doesn't matter the size really at this point. But if you wanted to get it sooner rather than later, I would say just click on the site. Once you get to the website, click on whatever size it is that we do have available, which is only 8, 9, 6, and 10. And then you can send it back in, and we'll size it up for free. Just call the personal shopper line again. It's 888-835-2237. Save that number on your phone if you would too, please.
Speaking of a website, we do have a quick comment from Arius joining us on Instagram.
Okay, hey.
7352. She commented, "How do I actually watch this channel, please?"
Okay. Is she talking about on the?
Yes.
I'm assuming she's talking about on the website.
Yes. So I actually directed her, since she's joining us on Instagram. I commented in the section to actually click on our Shop LC.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Shop LC. And there should be like a little It depends on if you're on the app or on the app on TV. You can't watch the live stream, but the app on your phone you can. So if you have it on your phone, you should be able to. I'm not sure how to do it on the live stream on the phone because it's new. I
told her as well to type in shoplc.com and then click on our live stream tab.
Yeah, there's a live stream tab, just not live TV. Live stream. There's like on the very top of it. There's like a whole row of things And like there's like forums all across the top.
And then we do have another studio shout out. We have Gwendolyn Smith joining us. She commented hi from Atlanta, Georgia.
Oh, hey Gwendolyn from Atlanta, Georgia. Wait, do I know Gwendolyn? I bet I do. Lyndon, you know I'm from Atlanta, Georgia. That name sounds really familiar too. And I have a lot of family that's Smith too. Like my great grandmother was a Smith. Anyway, thank you for watching. Appreciate you guys. Be sure to like us and share us. All right, cool. So we're going to move on from that last one, but that one is a beauty, folks. It's in platinum, too. And this is a gemstone, I think, that is best served. Like, for example, I love a pink gemstone or you know, a reddish to pink in rose gold. I think it's a very good complement. Anything that's got strong blue hues. I like something that's solid green, actually, like in yellow gold. Like an emerald in yellow gold, I think it pops. But I would say your white precious metals with something like this serve it best. Much like with, for example, maybe tanzanite. I think they go best. Blue gemstones look great with white precious metal. Just personal opinion, but most of what you see is going to be in just that, either white gold or platinum. But it just, the contrast is just.
Speaking of emerald, we're going to get into some emerald combinations with Lagoon.
Oh, is that right?
Yes, that is.
Good. Well, we just got into one, which is Soul 102. We're going to move on to Soul 103, which is do we have it here? It's not this. Is it this one?
Yes, it's that one.
Okay, because the color.
Yes.
Speaking of emeralds, okay. In the world of emeralds. And if you told me that you were going to put this with emeralds, I'd say that could work. That could work pretty good. I don't know. I can't say until I see it. But now that I've seen it, it absolutely works. Now, what we put with these are Boyaca Colombia emeralds, some of the finest in the world. Colombia, obviously known, if you know emeralds, or if you even have a cursory knowledge of emeralds, you know that some of the finest in the world come from Colombia. Doesn't mean that everything from Colombia is top notch, but this is case in point, an argument for why Colombia is the best. These emeralds, it's a type 3 gemstone surrounding this beautiful center stone, which is a good size. That's got to be at least a carat on your center stone. And I love how they broke it up with this white diamond halo, but then came back with this Colombian emeralds. They're some of the cleanest emeralds for a type 3 gemstone, most heavily included gemstone there is out there, pretty much. I mean, it's expected to be included. These are crystal clean. And now, are they huge? No, but they're not micropave. We're talking about good size surrounding in that secondary double halo. And it really draws out all the beautiful greens that you see in that center stone.
Now we do have another quick studio shout out. We have Jeannie joining us on
Hey, Jeannie.
TikTok. She commented, "Are these lab created?"
No, they are not. They are not. These are 100% earth mined, which is why typically if you were to see them anywhere else, and you would only see them in a high-end luxury showroom, then period, for this kind of material, that's about the only place on planet Earth, or here. We're one of the few people that I know that actually do have the Lagoon Tourmaline, and it goes anywhere from 5,000 plus per carat. A little bit less. I mean, you could get it for less, dealer to dealer, a little bit, but not much because it's so difficult to find. But the color, when you get this, when you have the opportunity to take advantage of this, it is a collector's dream. I hope you guys are able to see that. I feel like it's not. I feel like it's not wanting to focus on it. What say you?
Yes, I'm seeing it too.
Let's try a little closer. It just wants to stay a little bit blurry. I'm putting this background here. But that is mesmerizing. I love this setup. The double halo, obviously, always an amplifier for whatever gemstone it happens to surround. But this one, if you're wanting something that's just a little bit out of the mainstream, I will say we also have a emerald cut sort of rendition of this as well, which we're going to get to a little bit later on. Let me see if I can try to show you there on my hand. You guys seeing that? It is beauty. And I love the fact that the Colombian emeralds, are just as vivid and vibrant as they are, and as clean as they are. all beautifully matched, mated, calibrated, just dancing around that primary halo. This one also is going to be in your platinum. All right, so we've got 7 grams of platinum. Yeah, maybe I had a little schmutz on there. Would come up to about 1.5 feet in an Olympic-sized swimming pool. All of the platinum in all of the world. So it's extraordinarily rare. Now that's number one. So that gives you, I guess what I'm saying is, I say all that to say this. We're doing this ring for basically the price of the mounting. Not for $9,000 or $7,000 or $6,000, $5,000, $4,000. We're doing it for $29.39. You're going to punch in the code LIVE25 when you get to checkout. This is sold 103. I'm going to have to pick up the pace too. I know I'm going extraordinarily slow, but they deserve time to. These things deserve time to breathe.
We have 16 items.
16 left. So yeah, I think we're good. No, we're not. We got to speed it up a little bit. Sorry about that, folks. So anyway, a carat 41 in this one. You know what? We do have the other one, and I should just show it because they're both. I think these are meant to be shown together. Right?
Yeah, we can do them back to back.
Because look, no, the other one, all you got to just click on it. It's right there. Correct?
Oh, let me confirm.
Yeah, look on. Yep. You think? Yeah, that is totally. It says out of stock. We may only have one of this one.
Yes, that is it. Yes.
We just have one?
Yes.
Okay, if you want this emerald cut one, you might lose it if you don't act quickly on it. Not trying to hard sell, but I will say.
We'll actually do them back to back.
Yeah, let's just do them back because they're both on the same. They should be on the same sold 10 whatever, right?
Yes, this will be our sold 103, the current auction, and then this next one I'm gonna scan in is gonna be 104.
Oh, it has a different number. Okay,
different
but yeah, because these when you get redirected to the website, sold 103 or sold 104, you're gonna see both of these available. So the one I just mentioned, basically saying that we've got this one, which is an oval shape. Can we go back really quick though after you've entered that one in, or whichever's easier for you? Because I want to give them the particulars on the oval in terms of the center stone. It's got to be at least a carat, I'm assuming.
Here is the oval, and here's
this is carat 41 total weight. 2204 is going to be your price after you get the 25% off. So 2204. So it'll be basically $550 on budget pay. Okay. And it's going to be in platinum. So either one of these, whichever one you choose, don't worry about the sizing necessarily per se. We only have one of this one though, so you're going to need to just get whatever, get it, the emerald cut. I'm going to show you both of these together in fact. Gosh, this is magic. And we do have, these are going to be certified and appraised, third party, independent. I'm just going to show you the one for the emerald cut, but I'll show them side by side so you guys can kind of take your pick. It's really just a matter of, what's your jam? What are you into? Do you prefer an emerald cut, or do you prefer, so we've got sold 103, and we're going to call this one sold 104.
Correct. This
one there is only one. We are last in stock big time on both of these, I'll just say that. There's only two of the others. So we've only got 3 altogether. This is one of the most unique mountings you're going to see out there, especially with this kind of gemstone. It's just gorgeous. So you've got really, really premium, expensive Colombians hanging around with it. No, Colombian emeralds that are in that secondary halo. But you've got a top gem, world-class gemstone in either of these. They're both going to be quad A. That means the color saturation is basically it doesn't get much better than that. In fact, I'm going to read from this third-party independent appraisal that we have. This one we're doing for $33.39. I think they're both the same price, right?
Let me confirm.
Give or take $100 or so.
This one's actually a little bit more.
This one's a little bit more on your emerald cut there, guys and gals. But not much more. So on that one, we've got a minimum of 83 points. There's no way. That looks like so much more. It's big in terms of, in terms of the, let me check this thing. Yeah, they got 83 4A. It just looks so much larger. The Colombian emeralds, you're going to have half a carat of Colombian emeralds. I guess the thing that's so it throws me off so much is because the millimeter size on this one is huge. There's not a window to be found. The color's sensational. They got it 4A. The cutting is excellent. The clarity, eye clean. So the sizing, we'll do free sizing on either of these, but there's only 2 in this one, 1 in this one. In other words, if you're wanting to get one of these rings as a Christmas gift, now is the perfect time. There's 2 reasons why. Because A, you get it home in about probably a week or so you'll have it in plenty of time to get it home. B, you'll have it in plenty of time that you can deliver it as the Christmas gift if you're, for example, gifting it, or you're gifting it to yourself. And then you could decide, at that point you'll still have several, or at least a week or so to decide whether you want to keep it or not. So you have a 30-day inspection period. Keep any tag that's on it. Just keep the tag kind of stuck to it and whatever, and you're good to go. So those are amazing. The emeralds are fantastic. The diamonds are going to be top notch. But they're both. They really just, I think, are 2 of the coolest mountings. And who doesn't love a beautiful emerald? So this is perfect for anybody. Really, if you talk about in terms of birthdays, you got your May birthstone, and then you got your October with tourmaline. Incidentally, tourmaline, our national gemstone too. Tourmaline is one of those. The Lagoon Tourmaline, it's this really beautiful, like bluish or green, very, very much like your indicolite, kind of a take on that, but extraordinarily rare to see. Oh, by the way, and I'm sorry, I just kind of ran by it, I sort of flew by it. This one they had appraised at $7,000. That's for our estimated retail replacement cost here at Shop LC. So that's $7,000. Now they're third party, they're independent, they're not affiliated with us. You're basically getting the emerald cut you'll get for $2,500. Okay? And if you do the math there, you just divide that by 5, and that's going to give you the budget payment amount. It'll probably be around 500 and some change.
Let me confirm. There you go.
Yeah, right at 500. And some change. We'll call it 501. No, 501 penny. They're gorgeous. Now, if you love them, again, sold 103, 104. This one, or excuse me, the other way around. Sold 103 for the oval, sold 104 for the emerald cut. If you guys need me to flash something back in, more than happy to do that. Remember, you have the 30-day inspection period. Let's move on. Awesome. Love those. Colombian emeralds, too. And
let's do a sunburst pendant next.
You want to?
Yes.
Sunburst pendant. This, I'm gonna say, probably meant to go with sold 101.
Pendant only, yes.
See if they have a bundling deal. This is a sunburst pendant. It looks very much like the 101, which I cannot find now.
No bundle.
No bundle.
Mm-mm.
All right. Well, there could be potentially, because I'm gonna tell them what they can do, and I'm not making a 100% promise, but yeah, these are totally meant to go together. Nice pendant here. You've got a carat. Scroll down if you would, and give you we're doing this for $18.69, if you believe it or not. It's a 95 pointer. So I'm going to go out on a limb and say that they also entered in the diamonds wrong there in the initial, because they're calling it a full carat once you get to the website, but it's 20 points in the diamonds, which makes plenty of sense. They did the same thing with the sold 101, because this is the pendant that's meant to go with it. So there was your sold 101, and they've got 20 points. If you look down in the particulars of the information, it makes more sense, because they've got 20 points in diamonds, which makes a lot more sense than just 5 points in diamonds, because you've got a 95 point center stone, which is absolutely correct. Okay, nice big center stone. That we're talking, for all intents and purposes, you're at that benchmark, because you definitely are at a 7 to 5 millimeter. It's going to give you the look of at least a carat. But you've got top gem quality here, triple A, they're calling it. I would probably venture to say that this is probably quad A. I think that because it's in the 14 karat white gold, our system usually will stop you from putting quad A, but I suspect this is quad A. It looks just as good as the quad A that we do have. So that is going to be a beauty. And you're getting it for $18.69. Keep in mind, that's a lowered price, and you're going to get that down to 25% off of that. So you do that math. 4 will go into $18.69, and it's going to get down to $1,400. So $1,400. And what I will encourage you to do, if you got sold 101, now we don't have a lot of pendants here, so I just want to caution you that if you're a lover of the pendants, but this one was totally meant to go with sold 101. We're calling that sold 105, correct?
This will be your sold 105, correct?
Okay. On that one, what I would encourage you to do, we've got
It'll be your number 2.
yeah, okay, so we have about 9 of these. Good, we have enough of those to go around, at least, hopefully. Unless we show it on TV, in which case those will probably sell out. If they do a Lagoon Tourmaline hour on television, folks, you're not going to see any of these, because these are all, we've got, I'm looking at total quantity of 10, 4, 4, 3, 1, 5, 2, 3. I mean, everything that we have is literally last 1, 2, literally last in stock opportunities. And the reason is because we don't. This is not like it's not like we're not talking. And there's no disrespect to like the diamond or an amethyst or like a citrine. We can get those in fairly abundant amounts. We just don't get. We get very, very little of this now. Sorry, I lost my train of thought. Back to what I was saying, though, in terms of getting the bundle, what I want to encourage you to do is either way, whether you're watching on Facebook or Instagram even, now you can go to the website and you go ahead and line them up in your queue if you want, but then dial the personal shopper number. That number is 888, and this is exclusive to the live stream. This is not the one that I give you when I'm on TV, which I'll be on Tuesday overnight, 2 to 6 a.m., shameless plug, on Tuesday, 2 to 6 a.m. Central Standard Time. Now, it's 888-835-2237. Why do I ask you to call the personal shopper even if you're not watching on TikTok? Because I think, and I'm not making any promises, but I think that you would be able to talk them into giving you maybe an additional 10 or at least a percentage off on top of the 25% if you get the bundle. I think they would be willing to work with you, or at least they have with me in the past. So, and they don't necessarily know who I am whenever I'm talking to them. They don't know that I'm a host here or anything like that, so it doesn't give me any special treatment. But they're some of the sweetest people. They're always going to try to work with you, and they'll just let you know. If they can't, they'll say, we can't. But I suspect they can. If you're willing to get the bundle, they'll probably give you the 25, and then they'll probably give you that additional 10% off if you get both of those. And those are both beauties, both in 14 karat white gold, both with beautiful blinding white diamond halos. And as again, I believe these are entered in incorrectly on our system. They entered it in as a carat full total weight, whereas it's 95 points, and I think 20 points on the pendant of diamonds. And you can tell just because the diamonds are a decent size. And then on the ring, you've got diamonds in the halo, you've got diamonds going down either side of the shank. And those are going to be 30 points in diamonds with this one and 20 points in diamonds with the pendant. But if you get them both, I think they're going to give you that 10% off, I would imagine. But those are rock star. Absolutely amazing. All right, so we're going to move on. But yeah, if you want to get one, try to see if you can't get them both. That's sold 101 and sold 105 respectively. I'll keep those both together here. And gents, stand by. If any guys that are watching, we do have the rings coming up before too long. Okay, you want to go and do one?
Yes.
All right. Yeah, I like this. I don't have it in, well, actually.
Figured it might fit you.
I think it is a size. Maybe my fingers are swollen this morning. Let's see. I think this might be a 12. Did they get? No, I think it's an 11.
They gave us a size 10.
Okay.
That's what it is.
Then that's no go. Works as a pinky ring though, so you'll get the picture. It's a big look. It's a classic look on a gent's ring. All right. Not breaking any new ground necessarily, but definitely stylish. Definitely the ideal when we talk about a gent's ring. you got it sort of coming up, and then you're sort of blocking off at the top. You got a nice wide band, nice low profile on that one. You've got a gemstone that's about 7.5 on the Mohs hardness scale, so something that's very durable. So in other words, it's not going to scratch up very easily. All right. This one's going to be a 2-carat-5. That's a big boy. 9x7. Keep in mind, when we talk about the carat weight of something that's typically going to be around 5,000 plus per carat, you're talking about spending big money once you hit those benchmarks. And once you go over, I mean, you typically aren't going to see this gemstone very often in sizes, even a carat, quite frankly, but anything over a carat is unheard of. And if it is, it gets very expensive, because remember, it's not just like a this kind of curve, like that as you go up in carat weight, the price goes up commensurate. It's more like a sharp curve, because exponentially, once you get to a 2-carat, a 2-carat is much more rare than seeing a 1-carat if it's good quality, right? Does this make sense? Yeah. So when you get to 2 carats, you are in the stratosphere. Like, we're well over 5,000 a carat here, but we're not, because we are going to be doing this one today for $3,979. You're going to get it less than $4,000. You're going to get it for about $2,985, because you're going to punch in the code Live25, or when you call the personal shopper. So you got a real nice sort of bow tie of diamonds on either side, kind of giving that sort of parenthetical look. Then you've got a nice, almost like, not quite Rolex style design. That's typically going to be where you have your horizontal lines, but you have these 2 channels lines. I don't know if you guys can see that there. Trying to get you guys zoomed in good. Yeah, it looks like it's a little bit better since you cleaned it off. But that is spectacular. This is something that you could wear, gentlemen, wear it with blue jeans, wear it with a tuxedo.
Here's that side profile.
Well, that one is sort of a, wait, this is not that then, because that one is the Rolex style. Oops. Yeah, we've got a little bit of a discrepancy here. The gemstone, I think, is spot on. It's just that this one's got the full halo. Yeah, this one's got a sort of parentheses, the bow tie. So we got a full halo here. It's very minor, but I mean, for all intents and purposes, you're getting very similar looks. I'm not super upset that. Oh, here it is. Oh, shoot! I just showed you the wrong one. Gosh.
Yeah, I was trying to confirm.
I thought we only had 2 of them. I'm so sorry, guys. Forgive me. Okay, we've got 3. I showed you the wrong one. Now we'll get back to that one. Okay. So this one
we'll actually do them back to back.
We'll come back. We'll do them back to back, so you guys, because they're so similar. I apologize. I didn't know we had 3 of them. I thought we only had 2. This is the one that's in question here. So take away everything I said about this one. This is the one that we're talking about. But they're roughly going to be probably the same size. This other one's got a big, almost 2 carat, if not 2 carat.
That'll be our next beauty.
So my apologies. But so this one does have, we are talking about the sort of Rolex style design on the side there, right? So you got the 3, like sort of the rivets, like a la Rolex, right? Is what it. But this one does have the bow tie. So I apologize for that, folks. I don't mean to confuse anybody.
I like the stair steps on the band.
Yeah, I do too. I like that a lot. Gives it a nice texturing. This one, very much so blocked off on the top. This other one's a little bit more like your college ring kind of design with the oval and everything. But this one does have the oval, but it's a little bit more blocky in terms of the all that's going on with the mounting. Now this one is going to be in platinum. We're talking about over 10 grams. You've got a $596 budget pay on this. You're getting it for $2,900 and some change. Correct. That is wild. The just for the 10 grams, just for the mounting, folks, you did so good on this. I mean, when we're talking about just the mounting. Now, as you can see behind me here, you do have the nice undergallery, finished undergallery here, so it feels really comfortable on the hand. I wonder if I could fit this one on my, not quite, this is another 10. Okay. But look, we're going to be able to get this in whatever size you need. All right. because it is going to be from our Rhapsody. So it's going to come with the Rhapsody box, all that entails. So you're going to have a nice fancy box that it comes with, and you're going to get one of the world's rarest and most collectible gemstones. And also, one of the things I also like about this one is what they did here, and this is just from a practical standpoint. I mean, it's not necessarily talking flat and flowery terms, but you've got almost like a bezel setting surrounding what are prong set diamonds. So those are going to be top quality diamonds. You're probably talking a BS minimum, near colorless to colorless, okay? But I also like the fact that they did kind of protect them in sort of a bezeling, which gives them double protection. Not that they needed that much. Diamonds, of course, a 10 on the Mohs hardness scale, but just kind of a little bit of extra. Nice low profile on that one as well. But you're going to get this home. Rhapsody is going to be just bam. Mm-hmm. So this is for that person that, who knows, some guys, they don't care for jewelry. I used to be one of those guys until I learned to appreciate, and then I was told by enough women that they appreciated. And over time, I've become a believer, not just because I work in this business, but it's something that I'm telling you, you get this home even to a guy that doesn't like jewelry, and he's going to fall in love with it. He's going to be like, what am I going to, okay, once he sees it and gets it on. Platinum, of course, one of the world's hardest metals, strongest metals, most beautiful metals. Not going to have to worry about it tarnishing. It's going to be easy to clean. Again, if the gentleman works in the trades or if he's a CEO, it does not matter. It's just something it's got everyday wearability. Would caution, pretty much any gemstone, if you're going to be out in the sun all day long, that can occasionally sort of take away from the intensity of the color. It can bleach it out a little bit, so just be mindful of that. It's fine to be out in the sunlight here and there, but just don't want to be out like suntanning all day long. But what an opportunity there. I mean, the mounting alone, folks, at over 10 grams of platinum, it is heavy. Platinum, of course, so dense. Like when you think about platinum in terms of silver, it's like a gram of platinum versus a gram of silver. You're talking peanut butter versus marshmallows. So that's the density of the metal that we're talking about. So this is very, very heavy in terms of gram weight. And I don't think you get that mounting for less than $3,000. Really less than $4,000 or $5,000, quite frankly. That's a beauty, folks. That would be over 10 grand at any department retail store, and it would be a high-end luxury department because nobody else is going to have this material. Two carats. That's a big one, folks. Take advantage of it. All right, that's sold 107?
106.
106. Okay.
Is there 106?
And do we want to show the one now that I just kind of accidentally showed first? And I apologize for that, folks. You can understand why the mistake would occur because they're kind of similar. They're both large ovals. This one just with the Rolex style sort of design, and then this one with the full halo as opposed to the parenthetical halo. All right, so this one we're calling 105, right?
Correct.
Okay, so this is 105, so I'm just going to kind of flash it in again because I feel like if you like one, you're going to probably like the other.
Yeah, 106 for the one in the box and then 107 for the one on your finger.
106, 107. So let's give them the information on the 107 if we could now.
Yes.
Which is strong. And it's really, it is kind of just, what is your jam? Do you prefer a full halo? This one has the sort of, the not horizontal, but vertical. I had like a little brain freeze there. This one's got the sort of the vertical stripes there going down the side as opposed to the horizontal Rolex style design. You do have the full halo of diamonds here. You got a carat 57, so a little bit smaller on the center stone. But with this material, it's kind of like every quarter carat. It's much like Lagoon Tourmaline. You're sort of, I think your benchmarks are going to be more at the quarter carat to half carat marks. So for all intents and purposes, a carat 57, we are talking about something very strong and extraordinarily rare. It's 8.6 by 6.5, whereas the other one was a 9 by 7. So slightly smaller than the one that we just showed you. This one we're doing for $37.09. $37.09. This one is going to be in 14 karat white gold. And after you put in the code LIVE25, you're going to be getting this one for $27.82. Divide that by 5. That's going to give you your budget pay, which is 0 credit check, 0 interest payments of $556. So $556, and it's got the finished under gallery and everything. It's in the main difference between that one and the last one. That one is going to be in 14 karat. It's 6.6 grams. 14 karat, not quite as heavy as the previous one, though, I will say, just because that one was 10 grams, and that was also in platinum. So for my money, I'm probably leaning towards this one. It's less, well, they're about the same price, but 14 karat. I mean, platinum's always going to be white metal, but it's really, I don't want to steer anybody in any certain direction. But when we're talking about 10.5 grams versus 6 grams of 14 karat white gold, I know gold's a little bit more expensive than platinum at the moment. I think that will change because platinum's about 30 times more rare than gold. You also have to have platinum or a platinum family of metals for the 14 karat if that eventually sort of starts to turn back to yellow gold, which would be fine actually for this gemstone. Would look good in yellow gold too, but it's really up to you. But both of them are top gem, world class quality on the stones. Both of them large size stones at well over a carat. Obviously with the one in platinum, that's a 2 carat. It's about, I think, $100 or so less, and it's got 10 grams as opposed to 6 and some change. 10 and change of grams of platinum versus 14 karat white gold, and I think that was a 6 and some change. But it's really up to you. But both are absolutely stunning, and we're going to move on. Guys, told you we're going to take care of you. We do have one final gents ring. We'll get to that a little bit later in the show. That's going to be the emerald cut. Unless you want to do it right now, but
yeah, we'll wait.
Yeah, let's wait because I want to space it out a little bit, and then whenever I do show this last one, I'll kind of show all 3 together for you guys if time permits. But we're already into an hour. All right, well, let me do a quick little reset, folks. My name is Chris. I am going to be your host for today, or have been, and what we're doing today, our business today, is Indicolite tourmaline. It's Lagoon Tourmaline. Slightly different, very, very rare, but very, very similar, obviously, in terms of its rarity, in terms of the price per carat, in terms of its collectability. Lagoon Tourmaline, you're going to see these really beautiful, vibrant, sort of bluish greens that are just unlike anything else out there in the gem world. That typically go for more than diamonds, quite frankly, in the gem because of the rarity of them. They're much, much, much more rare than a diamond. Right up there in terms of your Paraíba tourmaline, in terms of rarity on that scale and collectability. So if you don't own Lagoon Tourmaline, folks, today is going to be one of your few chances, I think, of the world, and sort of going to a gem show and knowing somebody in that world very closely that you could get it dealer to dealer. I don't think you can get anything for less than what we're bringing it to you today. If in fact, on the rare occasion you were to find any of the Lagoon Tourmaline at the retail level, I think you'd spend a fortune. And you're only going to see it at the finest gem showrooms and stores. So next up, we are getting into something very, very delicious here. This one is a big oval. You've got 6.5 grams of platinum here, double halo surrounding, let's see, we got 2 carat 20, what's going to be at least probably 1.5 carats on your center stone. Let's scroll down, double check that.
Now we do have a quick stereo shout out. We have Steve Blair joining us on
Stephen
Facebook.
Blair.
He commented
on Facebook.
Yes, Facebook.
Hey,
he
Stephen.
commented, gorgeous ring, especially the setting. Any other men's ring?
Yes, Stephen Blair. And thank you for watching. I hadn't heard from you in a minute, Stephen. Of course, I haven't been on these very much lately. Let me show you what we just showed, Stephen. I know you're Stephen's old faithful, so I'm going to go ahead and give you the full treatment here. This is the only one I haven't shown yet. We were going to get to it a little bit later in the show. I'll just give you the basics on that. We'll come back to it. But these are the 3 that we're working with here. You've got one that I just mentioned. That was the platinum. That was 2 carats in your center stone. All right, 2 carats and I think 2.09. This one was 1.57, I believe, in your center stone. Both top gem quality. They're calling this one AAA. They're calling this one Quad A. Probably both quad A if you ask me, but I think it's because our system only allows when we do 14 karat to show triple A. That's just my personal opinion though, for what it's worth. This one we were doing for around, I think it came out to about 29.70, 29.
So our current auction that we just recently did came out to.
Basically, this was 37.09. I'm just saying after the fact, after you got the 25% off, but it was less than, obviously less than. So 37.09 was this one, and then the other one was how much?
There you go.
Oh, so the other one was a little bit more. Okay, I had them backwards. This one was just a hair more. I apologize, folks, but it's also 10.5 grams, and it's a 2 carat 10 versus 6 grams and change and a carat 5.7. So this one was the more expensive, but they were both. So it's 3,700 versus 3,900. So this one was the more expensive of them. So I had it actually a little bit backwards, but in terms of the price. But either way, and then we've got this one, which I haven't shown yet, which I'll flash in very quickly. If I can get it off. Oh, no, it's a size 11. No, I don't think I can get it off without taking my finger off. So I need to lube it up and then get the gemstone all cloudy looking.
No worries.
So there we go. This is going to be the one we're going to show later on. So those are the three that we have in terms of the gents rings. I got to believe this one is platinum, just from the feel of it. Yes, it is. It is strong. So 3 different looks, all solid gents rings here. This one is, oh, you just had it.
Yes, there you go.
There you go. This one's $46.69. A little bit more expensive on that one. You've got a 2 carat total weight, the VS2 diamonds. Probably going to be about just shy of 2 carats. So carat 90 on your center stone there. Carat 90. A little bit more expensive on this one. So it's $46.69 with a $934 budget pay, but you basically take a quarter off of that with the Live 25 code. So this is probably your most expensive of the 3. So that is what we have there. I'm going to move on. Thank you for watching, Stephen. I hope you're doing well, sir. But that's what we're working with in gents rings, and I can't think of 3 more ideal looks. With 3 really kind of mixed up. This one's got just a high polish on the sides.
Kind of reminds me of the 3 Kings.
Yeah, that's sort of. Yeah, I mean you got kind of a past, present, future because you got the row of diamonds on either side. Solid. I mean, there's not a bad decision there. This one's, in terms of the width of the actual ring, it's probably a little more compact, but it packs a big punch. And basically, carat 90, I mean, that's 2 carats. In terms of, how it shows. Oh, gosh, yeah, not going to be able to get that one off without the jojoba oil. So anyway, I hope that answers your question. If you want me to flash them in individually one more time, I'm more than happy to do that, Stephen. Thank you so much for watching. Now, let's get back because we are running out of time, and I always hate it when we're not able to get to everything. But keep in mind, folks, we are live and interactive, so I'm more than happy to flash something in for you. If you're popping in, maybe you got to run somewhere. I understand and respect your dollars and your time, and I'm more than happy to try to get it in, time permitting. Now, this one is a 2 carat 20 total weight, double halo of diamonds. It's going to give you that cocktail ring look as far as these Lagoon Tourmaline rings go. It's classic. It's never going to go out of style. It is absolutely ravishing, baby. $46.69 we're doing this one for. It's in platinum, quad A. It's going to come, I believe, with it's going to come with an appraisal. So what we're talking about here, carat 37 in your Lagoon Tourmaline here on your center stone. Shows like a lot bigger. Probably because that double halo of diamonds is going to amplify all of that beautiful color that you see in that rich stone with these blinding white VS near colorless diamonds. Nearly a carat on the diamonds too. About 83 points. So this is for that person that wants classic beauty, that wants something that will never, ever, ever, ever be not in vogue. This will always be in style. This will never be something that they're like, oh, that's so like kind of yesteryear. What are you talking about? This is the classic, and they're called classics for a reason because they never go out of style. and an oval. Because oval gives you so much real estate too that it really does. It shows like a 2 carat. And a lot of that's due to that amplification that you get from that double halo of diamonds. It is absolutely stunning here. And this is for that person that just does want the classic beauty, that doesn't, maybe doesn't want anything that's like too out there. Maybe, the Colombian emeralds, maybe a little bit sort of, maybe different in terms, But this one is never going to disappoint. It's always, and everybody's going to love it. It would make a beautiful engagement ring if that's what you're thinking about doing, because people are using the colored gemstones, especially if your future wife likes anything any green gemstone. This one's going to be sort of a bluish green. The Lagoon, typically they are sort of bluish green, but extraordinarily rare, beautiful, rich color, top gem, world class here, and you've got an $8,000 appraisal. We're going to get this down after you use the code LIVE25. It'll be about $3,500 and 2 cents or 4 cents. 35 and some change. $3,500. You've got a $700 budget pay on this. You get it home. In terms of availability,
We're looking at 5 available.
we've got 5 of these. So I would say get it home and then see if you love it, and if you do, in fact, go out and get your own appraisal. I would encourage you to. These are AGI. I mean, they're third party, independent of us, but they're usually pretty conservative. You might be able to get it appraised at higher because carat 37, we're talking about $5,000 material, and then you add to that the fact that you got it in a crazy beautiful mounting that's in platinum with a double halo diamonds, nearly full carat of expensive diamonds. I think this would probably go for like a blue box type store where you see this at. Probably looking at 10,000, easy, 11, 13,000. But this is what this will come along for the ride as well, and it's $8,000. So the fact you're getting it for what, 25? What was it, 2,500, 2,600? I mean, you got instant equity there with the $700 budget pay. $3,500 is the total price. $700 budget pay. So get it home. See if you love it. You will. But if you don't, 30 days. So it's virtually risk-free. All right? But I will caution you, we've only got 5 of those. All right? That is a beauty. That was sold 108. Sold 108. One of the finest, I think. I really do. I love that. I love the look. I love the double halo. You've got the good size center stone at well over that benchmark of a carat. So you're cooking with gas on that one. The cutting is obviously phenomenal. So says this guy too, or gal. Mm-hmm. But you got the 8,000, so you got some instant equity on that one. About $4,500. All right. Now let's get to the next one, which I'm trying to think, because I know I feel like we've got, maybe we might not have one that actually is the intended to be with this one. Mm-hmm. With the double halo. I think this would probably go very nicely with the one that we just showed you, because it does have a double halo, but this is big business. This one is. I mean, we're talking about a massive, massive stone. We're talking cocktail pendant here with a beautiful, big, double-stepped picture frame halo of blinding white diamonds. 73 points. Gosh, that looks like a lot more.
Yeah, I'll be honest. As I was setting that up, it caught my attention.
This is wild. Look at that. Hello, gorgeous. Yeah, this is a cocktail pendant. Is it massive? No, but this commands attention. And you heard what Elias said. He's like, that one really caught my attention when I was setting up. He's like, yeah, how could it not? You're talking about well over 2 carats, almost 2.5, with 2 carat 35 on the center stone. It is massive. Folks, this material, you will not typically find anything higher than I'd say 3 carats, 4 carats if you're lucky. And if you do, you're going to spend tens of thousands of dollars. This one, in fact, this one I think it appraised. You can see it yourself. I'm thinking it was what, 14,000. We just kind of put the appraisal on it. That's independent of us. Again, it's third party, independent. But that is a beauty. That is probably one of the most powerful pieces that we have here, with just an absolute museum quality center stone there. Of course, quad A. This one is going to be in platinum. So it's not going to come with the chain, but we can get you a platinum chain. No worries. I think we might have one or two left, actually. I don't know if we do. We did last week, at least. Go back and check out my show from last week. I think we had one or two of them. May not still have them, though.
And if not, we have our dollar auctions as well.
Oh, yeah. Dollar auction. You're not going to be able to get a platinum chain on dollar auctions.
We sometimes sell 10 karat gold.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, no. I've got some good stuff on those dollar auctions, for real. Yeah, definitely 10 karat gold. We saw some 14 karat gold.
As well, yeah.
I don't know. Maybe we do. I don't check them every day. We might do platinum chains. Anyway, we're doing this one for $63.99. After the 25% off, you're going to basically get this one for around $4,800, right at $4,800. All right, $4,800, and then you've got a less than $1,000 budget pay. What's wrong with me? Budget pay is your friend. Budget pay is definitely the route to go. It's not credit card. It's not credit card check. It's no interest payments. You get it home. Look, this is going to be one of the more expensive items for good reason. It's totally worth it. But they've got a $14,000. I mean, so this is like a $20,000 retail piece all day, every day, and you're getting it for, I mean, $4,700. It's worth 3 times that minimum. And you're going to have that in equity because you go out and get it insured. You can use this, again, third-party independent. AGIs, they're not affiliated with this. We use them a lot, and we like to use them because they're on the more conservative side in terms of that we'd rather sort of under-promise and then over-deliver, right? So I do like that about them. But I think that one goes very, very nicely because it has that double halo. I think it would go really, really nicely with that ring that we just showed you prior to that. So that was a sold 109. All right, sold one. Oh, are these dollar auctions you were just going through?
Yeah, I was trying to see. If
they got an opal. Ooh, they do have some. Man, she's my French. They got some really nice stuff today. Ethiopian Wella opal, 8 carats of that for $136. That went. That's like that is crazy. Rounds too, round cabochons. Anyway, yeah, I've got some cool stuff. I got some good stuff on there. But I typically tend to do it like early in the morning or super late at night when there's not as many, you don't have all the competition. Because sometimes you'll get people in there, notice have it set, and you put in your bid, and they'll quickly jump up over it. It's like, they're like watching them like a hawk, or they had the setting set up. Yeah, anyway, I digress. Yeah, this is going to look great, and we've got some emerald cuts that we're going to be bringing your way in just a second here, folks, too. But that one, that pendant, one of the real premier piece de resistance, I think, of the entire show. One of the most just breathtaking, gorgeous pieces that you're ever going to see anywhere of any gemstone. Full stop. Full stop. It's magic. And again, the double halo, it's a classic look that is never, ever going to be out of style. It's never going to be like, oh, that's so 2020. Like, no, that's 2000 anything. That's 19 anything. Any century you go to, that's going to take your breath away. Even in the year 3000, when your great-grandchildren are sporting it, they're gonna be getting compliments on that one. I like this next one too. This next one, classic look, a little bit of a twist with the mounting. It's got a little bit more going on with it in terms of just like the placement of the baguettes. I like this design work here too. I'm gonna show it next to the one that we just showed, but this is a cool look. I like the use of the baguettes with the rounds. You do have sort of the classic style halo here of diamonds, but then you notice you've got almost sort of a pretty good sized diamond going down here, like in the east and the west there, right here, and then you've got a double row, but I like how they put this little baguette right here at the end. That kind of differentiates it, kind of just mixes it up a little bit. I think it's a cool look. So it's got classic meets sort of modern avant-garde chic. And this one's going to be certified and appraised, okay? If I can find it, yeah, there it is. At $9,500, we're going to be doing it for $33.39. $33.39. Again, you've got a sensational center stone here. This one's going to be in platinum, so we're going to be able to size this for free. You just get it home, make sure you're in love with it, and you will then send it back in, and we'll size it up at no extra charge to you. This one's going to be a 7x5. In terms of carat weight, a little bit on the smaller side. It's 7x5 would basically suggest a carat at least. But it's 83 points, but you do have excellent cutting on this one. So if you look at it, there's not a window to be found in that gemstone. I mean, nowhere, right? So it's excellent cutting. The color saturation is excellent. I mean, you've got a 4A stone there. It's really deep color. Eye clean. Cutting is excellent, so it gets an A+ from, and they got it appraised at $9,500. $9,500. You get it after the code Live25 for $2,504. So it'll be like $3,000 and some change. You're gonna get quarter off of that, and you're gonna get it for basically $500 on budget pay, or $2,500 if you just want to buy it outright. It's your prerogative. I say do the budget pay, get it home, make sure you love it.
I like the Art Deco on the diamonds they did on the
Yeah, kind of got a little Art Deco vibe to it. Yeah, the baguettes. It's solid. This is another one. It will not disappoint. It will absolutely not disappoint. And it appraised for a boatload, $9,500. Yeah, nice finished under gallery there. Relatively low profile. Make a beautiful engagement ring. Everyday wearability. Dress it up though too. I mean, this is solid. That is a beauty. All right.
Speaking of beauties, we are going to do that Last Gentleman's ring next.
All right. All right. So we sort of teased it. Let me give real quick because I forgot to do this at the top of the hour. If you're watching on TikTok if you're watching on TikTok and Facebook and Instagram, all of the different platforms, if you would please like us, share us, subscribe, whatever your availability, give a little heart deal. That's always much appreciated, and I appreciate everybody who's done that thus far. I don't think it costs you anything, and it definitely helps. Goes towards even if it's something that you're not buying today. It's always very helpful. And keep in mind, we're going to be coming back at 2 p.m. Central Standard Time today to be doing a lab-grown diamond show. We've got some new lab-grown diamonds in. They are incredible. We've got some of the best prices on lab-grown diamonds. When I say lab-growns, I don't want you to think cubic zirconia. We're not even talking about moissanite. We're talking about the real deal. 10 on the Mohs hardness scale. They look better than earth mine diamonds most of the time, in my personal opinion. The cutting on them is sensational, and you're getting VS plus, typically VS quality, in anywhere from colorless to near colorless with these. So they're spectacular, and the prices are incredible. Now, lab-grown diamonds are less expensive than earth mine diamonds typically, and they should be, because there's not as much environmental impact. They don't have to go through. There's not as much toil that has to be gone through in terms of what you have to do to get them to make them. They're just done in a lab environment. However, they are expensive to do, and they do cost a good bit out the retail world. We've got them for, I think, less than what I've seen out there for the most part, at least that I trust, anywhere in the world. So there's that. We can negotiate a great price on it. We're passing those prices, values on to you. So that's going to be coming up at 2 p.m. Central Standard Time. Just kind of a shameless plug there. Now, that being said, the last gents ring. This one's going for $46.69. You've got about a 2 carat, I think it was a carat 90 on your center stone. You've got the emerald cut here. This is the only gents ring that we have that has the emerald cut. Quad A on that one. You can see that life, see all the fire in that one. Absolutely amazing. And we're talking about Lagoon Tourmaline today, folks. If you just joined us, we've got an exclusive Lagoon Tourmaline this morning. These are some of the most rare and expensive and beautiful of tourmaline that you will ever see. Much like indicolite, extraordinarily rare, right up there with your Potibas and indicolites and rubellite tourmalines, and they do go for huge money until today. This one we're doing for $46.69. We're going to get that well below $4,000 after you get that $25 or 25% off. Not $25. Like that's not much of a deal, Chris. No, 25% off. It's going to take it down to $3,500. You divide that by 5. That's going to give you your budget pay, which is 0 credit check, 0 interest. Guys, this is a good looking ring. You've got this sort of parenthetical deal going on with either side, the east and west. You're going to see that row of diamonds kind of set back in a channel too. Going to give them a little added protection. Not that they need it. 10 on the Mozart scale with those, but a 7.5 on that center stone. The center stone's a carat 90. For all intents and purposes, you're getting the look of 2 carats. And you're almost at that benchmark, which means this should be incredibly expensive. This should be well over $5,000 a carat. Easily, just dealer to dealer for that gemstone. Because it is collectible, and that's an understatement. You got 10 points of diamonds, EF, VS2, all in platinum. That's 11.5 grams of platinum. That is solid. You got a nice high polish on either side. This is a heavy ring. $700 budget pay. So guys, get this one home. It might be my favorite of the look, I really don't have a favorite. It's kind of up to you. Really, it's a sort of personal preference. I wish I could take this one off, but I can't do it without lubing it up a little bit. But there we have basically this one and the other 2 that we've shown you. So these were the other 2. That was the carat 57. That was the 2 carat 10. And this one's the carat 90 center stone. This one 14 karat white gold. This one in platinum, about 10.5 grams. This was about 6.5 grams of 14 karat white gold. This was 3,900. This was 3,700, I believe. And then this one, a little bit more expensive on this one, but you got a lot more in the gram weight, 11.5 grams of platinum. Of course, we'll size this for you in terms of availability on those 3. So this one's going to be sold 113.
Let me confirm. 111 on this current.
Sold 111 on this gents ring here, okay?
And then our previous auction for the gents one was 106 for this one that's currently on your screen.
Okay, so 106 was the 2 carat. That's 106, and then 105, I believe, or no, 107 was the.
Yes, the other one.
Was the one in 14 karat white gold.
Correct.
All right. In terms of availability, we got about 5 of the one I'm currently showing you, with the emerald cut here, and they're all extremely limited. So, guys, I would encourage you. The sizing is not an issue, except for with the 14, because with the ones that are in platinum, we'll do the free sizing for you. Those are going to be from our very high end luxury line.
I'm actually liking the band on this current auction. It's on the slimmer side.
You like, yeah. That is interesting. That it's more solid. It feels like it's got some girth to it. But it also, you're right. The band is a little bit more on the slimmer side. So it's like it's like the gemstone kind of pops a little bit more maybe because it's got less band, but it's not less. It's actually the most heavy of all of them, which seems counterintuitive, but until you get it on. And
now I kind of want to wear it.
you kind of do. You might wait. Here, let me get the hobo oil. I think I can do this without getting it all. I was worried that I'd get the gemstone kind of all milky, cloudy looking. I think this is a size 11, if I'm not mistaken.
Leave a Pernod ring for Santa with the cookies.
What now?
I said leave some cookies and a Pernod ring for Santa.
Yeah. I think Santa definitely deserves one of these. Little Pernod Lagoon. All right. It's gonna take a second for me to get this off, dude.
Afterwards.
Producer Elias wanted to check it out. It's like, I don't blame you, dude. This one. Now I've got my excuse. I can never take it off. Like, what, do you want me to lose my hand? So I'll have to keep this. So now we're down to 4 of these. But folks, look, you can't. There's no bad decision. Ladies, if you're getting the gentleman one, I don't know. It's like decision. I would just say whichever you like most out of the three of them. Ladies, that's the bottom line. If you're getting it as a gift for your husband or your boyfriend or son or father or whomever, there's not a bad decision there. The 2 carat, there's something to be said for that. You're a benchmark, with the 2 carat. I think for me that might be the best value of the 3 because it's a 2 carat and it's in the middle in terms of price. But it's really just up to preference. It's got that Rolex style. This one's cool just because it's got the emerald. I like the emerald, and I like the high polish, and I like the fact that it is a little bit more, like you just mentioned. It's not quite as wide of a band, so it's something it's not going to be as cumbersome. If somebody wants to wear it like all the time, it's something that you can kind of, even though it's heavy and it's got substance to it and it's weighty, it's something that you can kind of, it's not going to be in your way as much, and it also kind of. It puts a lot of emphasis just on the gemstone. So anyway, no bad decision there. I will say this one appraised at $8,300. The one that I have on, $8,300. So for what it's worth, and you're getting it for $3,500. All right. So we're gonna move on. That was a carat 90 in that one too, by the way, in the center stone. Big one, big boy, and emerald cut. I like an emerald cut with this particular gemstone. Beautiful too. Hallways of light just popping out at you. All right, so I digress. And look, we're fine. I think we're caught up pretty good, right? To where we're making good time.
We are down to just 5 items left.
Perfect. Yeah, and I would actually prefer that we have a little bit of time at the end. That way, I can sort of go back, and if anybody wants me to flash something in, we can sort of, and I can take time to sort of maybe hit some highlights and stuff. I prefer to get done and then have plenty of time left over at the end. As a matter of fact, so. That would be a first, I think, just about, because usually it's like I get to the end, I'm having to speed up, and it makes it all weird for the person at home. Although, I don't know, maybe people like that. Who knows? What do you like there, Elias?
We will keep a good flow.
You just like good flow. Yeah. Mm-hmm. All right. Yeah. Here we go. Past, present, and future. Princess. Splendor. Princess. Yours, mine. Or me, mine. Yours, mine, ours. This is the ideal ring, I think, for an engagement ring, the ideal ring for an anniversary ring, the ideal ring for a woman that just wants something that is absolutely breathtaking. And this stone is jaw-droppingly beautiful. The vibrancy, the cutting, look at that. So we're talking about a certified and appraised Pernod Lagoon Tourmaline here with E to F VS2 diamonds, quad A color. That color is rich. Doesn't get any better than that. In terms of color, cut, clarity, carat weight, you got it all right here, folks, because we're talking about a 2 carat 15, well over the 2 carat benchmark on your center stone with 20 points of diamonds. Those are 10 points apiece. Those are no small. We're not talking micro pave diamonds, but they're not so large that they're competing either with that center stone. I think this is kind of the pitch perfect. Look, is it not? This one just speaks. It's got elegant simplicity. Not a lot, not super busy, but it's like no nonsense, and it's like, yeah, it means business. Or it means it's here for the party. I don't know. It's just amazing. That is a solid look. I like the elegant simplicity of it. It's one that's, I think you're gonna have it's classic. It's never gonna be something where it's like, ooh, that was so 2008. No, this and that. Oh, that stone. That stone it's almost got a neon to it. It's like, is that copper bearing? I don't know, but it appears as if it might have a little bit of the copper in it. It's just got so much life and just neon glow to it. That might be my favorite stone that we've shown yet. Wow. Because when the light hits it, it's now I've got big hands. This is not a gent's ring, obviously, but just to give you an idea of this kind of the scale of what we're talking about here. that beautiful? Look at that stone, though. I hope you guys are seeing that. I'm seeing down here pretty clearly the main. It's like that one's kind of got nice focus to it now.
It's got that clarity at that distance.
And then up there for TikTok, I kind of like what you're doing here, where you sort of stacked them. So usually we have like a camera kind of over here, the camera over there, and I have to go back and forth. But I think you're onto something there, Mr. Elias.
I'm liking the simplicity look, like you mentioned.
Yeah, but super elegant, super simplistic, but it's got something going on. I mean, it's not just we're not talking a solitaire, because those are big princess cut. I mean, 10 points on either princess cut diamonds, and it's like no. That's not shabby. And they're VS2 on average, E to F, so you've got colorless, you've got the clarity. This is a winner. This is absolutely probably my favorite. I don't know. It's hard to say that, because I love the double halo too. Anyway, 3802. Because basically we're doing this for $5,000. We're going to get that down with the code LIVE25 to 3802. All right? $760 is going to get it home on budget pay. It's going to be in platinum. So in terms of sizing what we have available to you, I don't want you to concern yourself necessarily.
8 through 9.
What's that?
8 through 9, number 11.
Okay. Oh yeah, okay. So we've got 4 of these to go around. And we have 8 through 9. That pleases me, because that's going to be about the sizes that we would need, or at least on average. If you need anything less, go ahead and get the 8. I'm showing that we have 1.7. Is that sold maybe?
No, we actually do have that.
Or is that one checked out?
That's what you currently have right now.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so we have a
7 through 9.
But I'm not seeing. Oh yeah, you said 8 through 9. Okay, yeah, 7 through 9. Okay, cool. We've only got 1.7. So if you want to go ahead and get it, and you want to get it, obviously you'd rather get it in your size. Wait until after the show, in about 45 minutes after the show, or maybe an hour after the show. You're gonna check these in?
Yes.
Or maybe at the very end of the second show, you'll check them in.
Yes, after this show.
Okay, so if you want the 7, which is about the average female size ring in America here, then just wait about 45 minutes till after the show. It's probably going to sell out, but either way, if that one gets gobbled up, which it probably will, no worries. We can do any sizing for you. So get whatever. Go get the 8, the next one over. All right, ladies. But either way, we're gonna handle the sizing for you. I shouldn't even be talking about it. It's not even an issue. It's a moot point. I'm just talking about if you want to get it sooner than later, because obviously we want you to get it home, make sure that you love it, and then we'll do the sizing. So just a little bit more time consuming, but this one is absolutely a rock star. This is a winner for sure. Guys, if you're thinking about getting this for a Christmas gift, keep in mind that Christmas is like, what's today, the 9th? 8th?
Today is the 8th. So we are officially 2 weeks away from Christmas.
Yeah. Christmas gift, it's crunch time.
Yes.
Yeah.
2 weeks.
Yeah. I mean, you'll get it in time, and then just send it in after Christmas if you're gifting it. But, I mean, can you imagine? Just boom, you open up. Yeah. That is choice. Okay, so we're going to move on. That was sold 111? 112, excuse me, 112. Sold 112. And I did give them the, I guess we had a.
Here is our next option.
Sold 112. I don't guess we did have a.
Some of these didn't come with certification.
Okay, didn't have a certificate. I bet it certifies for high. That's all. Okay.
There is your next view.
That's probably, yeah, I mean, that one's easily got to be like probably, I'd say probably 13 grand, 12, something like that. It's a 2 carat. Got a high appraisal on that one probably. Alrighty. So, in that same vein, this one's going to be a little bit more blingy. A lot more, gosh. Oh, hello. Yeah. So very Art Deco on these other two here too. Sort of a buckle style design that you're going to see on this one. It's a lot more busy. I like the halo. I like the fact that you got a 2 carat 10, so it's probably going to be a little bit less on the center stone, although you wouldn't know that because that halo is really going to spruce it up and just be like a bullhorn and announce to the world, boom, we're here. It's going to give it that more of that cocktail ring look and feel. We're doing this one. I can't believe we're doing it. This is a $30,000 ring, right? Estimated retail value. So probably get it for about $25,000 if you see it at the retail world. We're doing this for $4,300. Mm-hmm. Oh my goodness! All right, you've got a carat 66 on your center stone. This one's going to be all in platinum. And when the dust settles, you're going to get 25% off, and you're going to get this for $3,300. $32.99. $32.99. It's going to be $800 on budget, or excuse me, $659 on budget pay. I was thinking of four budget pays, but 5 budget payments of $659. $659 gets home a $30,000 estimated retail value ring. I'm going to put it on my finger. I've got big ugly hands. You understand that. But I want you to get an idea of scale. So if it's going to give you that look on my big hands, ladies, this is going to explode. You've got a stellar quad A top gem world class center stone there. That is, I mean, you can't beat the quality of that center stone. The cutting is incredible. You've got sort of a pleochroic deal going on with this one. Depending on which angle you look at, I'm seeing really bright, almost vivid greens and blues, and I mean, I love it too that you got these. Again, you've got the big, much like the last ring that we showed you. This one's just a little bit more in terms of your picture frame halo that you have surrounding both the present, the past, and the future. See, this one you're also getting those big princess cuts on either side, but you've got just an additional halo of diamonds that's surrounding all 3 of them, and it really kind of just amplifies everything and really makes it all it ties together really nicely, I think. This is rock star. This is getting into, this has to appraise for something ungodly. That's way too low. Oh no way. $8,300? I think this is I think you could go out and get this independently appraised, and it's going to come in no less than $10,000. But that's just my personal opinion. But $8,300 is nothing to sneeze at. $8,300 when you're getting it for $659. You get it home. If you love it, make sure that you love it. You will. And then if you don't, you can return it. 30-day inspection period. But if you do, then you can send it in. If for whatever reason we don't have it in your size, you can send it back in at no additional charge to you, and we will size that for free. All right, that is incredible. Here's the problem. We've only got 4 of these. Okay, there's 4. 1 and a 7, 1 and an 8, 2 and a 9. Don't worry about the size, but there's 4. So if you love it, jump on it. This is going to be one. I think as we get really close to the holiday, people are pulling the trigger on these high-end luxury items right now, and they have been really for the last 3 weeks. So if this goes, or if it gets a TV showing, these are gone easily on prime time. These will disappear. The Lagoon Tourmaline is so extraordinarily rare, is so in demand, it's so beautiful. The cutting sensational in these. You're only going to put the best in the best. You're not going to find these in anything probably less than 14 karat. We might have. Do we have anything that's? I think we had maybe one that's going to be a little bit more in the lower than $1,000. But for something that goes for $1,000 plus a carat, I mean, this is extraordinary. It's collectible. It is gorgeous. It's up there in terms of rarity, right there with your Paribas, with your Indicolites. This is probably one of the rarest of all the tourmaline you will ever see. There's so little of this found. And so few vendors that are able to get this Lagoon Tourmaline, folks. This is something next level that you really have to experience for yourself. So get it home. This is coming with the appraisal. They've got it at 4A, eye clean, excellent in terms of the cut, the color, and the clarity. So it doesn't get any better than that. You're well over the benchmark size at a carat 66. You're well over that 1.5 benchmark size, I think. I think when you talk about this material, quarter carats are the benchmark du jour. But that is sensational. Don't miss it, folks. That's unbelievable. Now, if you get that one, or if you got the one before that one, I think this is going to be this is going to be the perfect match to go with that one, though. In fact, I bet if it don't, this one I'm going to encourage you. Oh, we do.
We do have a bundle. Nice.
Okay, we do have the bundle on this one, so we don't have to worry about calling the personal shopper for it unless you're getting it on TikTok. Dial that number 888-835-2237. That's going to be the personal shopper line. This one is totally meant to go with the one that we just showed you. What we're about to show you has the emerald cut. It has the princess cut with the picture frame halo surrounding it, as well as the center stone there. So you basically got about half of this. Looks like a little bit longer in terms of the emerald cut here. Carat 37. How is that possible? That can't be right. I can tell you this one right here is definitely not a carat 37. That's a minimum size, right? So carat 37 is a minimum size, but look at the length of that. So, let's see here. This one also comes with the appraisal. They've got it at $6,200. We are doing it for, sorry about that, $33.39. You take 25% off of that. It's going to be well under $3,000 and $2,504. Now, this is sold $114.
Correct.
$500 after budget pay. But if you get the ring that is intended to go with it, we are doing a bundling opportunity for you on this one. Okay? So, you're going to get an additional 10% off of both of them. So, you add up whatever the price of the 25% off is, that total price, and then you're going to get an additional 10% off because they want you to own both of them. We want you to give them both a home, and it's going to come out to about $69.65. I don't think that takes into account, or does it? The other.
Yes.
Okay.
For both
Yeah, it does. Okay. So basically, you're going to get both of these. Like a $20,000, a $30,000 value here. You're going to get both of these for less than $7,000. So you do the budget pay math on that. You just divide 5 by that price. It's basically $6,900. Divide that by 5, and you're coming out to probably less than $1,000, or just thereabouts. Yeah, a little 1,000 and some change. Budget pay gets both of these home. Unreal opportunity on that. Now, can we scroll down on that one if we could? And I've got you jumping all over the place. You're doing great. 29 points in diamonds, carat 37. Okay, yeah, we already told them that. And I could have gotten that from the information on the card too, now that I think about it. But again, $6,200. They had I think an $8,000 appraisal that was coming with the matching ring there. So you don't have to, but it would be. I think it's like they're totally meant to be together. I think this, however, would work with any of our other emerald cuts, quite frankly. But in that Lagoon, the Lagoon Tourmaline is just it's something else. Absolutely incredible to look at, and just takes your breath away. It's like the next level in Dicolite is really, really, that's powerful stuff. $8,300 is what they had that one.
Here is our end of the show special.
End of the show. Are we down to the last one?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, it's been a fascinating and wild journey of self-enlightenment, an excursion into beauty today, hasn't it not? No, it really has. And I also want to encourage you all to come back. I'm going to be back again at 2 p.m. We're going to be doing lab created diamonds. I don't want you to get all up in your head about this now, though. Lab created diamonds. I am so sold on this now. After seeing them, and after looking out there in the marketplace and seeing what they go for, we're not talking about CZs by any stretch. This is not, when you think lab created, I know a lot of people equate that. No, this is the real deal. Optically, chemically, physically, everything about them, short of the serial number, is, I mean, they're exactly the same. Only difference is you're going to have less traces of nitrogen typically in them, and so they're even going to be harder, I suspect, by and large, than your earth mine diamonds. And the inclusions, if you do have them, are going to be a lot smaller that I've noticed. At least this is personal, my personal experience. Now, one of our last items. We're going to have time to do this little pendant too.
I scanned it, so if you
okay. Gosh, we are running out of time. Okay, all right. So last but certainly not least, then, and I'll flash in that pendant too. Guys, I want you to kind of give me a heads up and let me know if there's anything within these last few moments, because I think we're going to have enough time, hopefully, for at least 1 minute. If I need to show something that I maybe whizzed too fast through on, or didn't give it enough time, or you just want to take a second look at, perfectly happy to do that for you right now. But figure out what item that is. You guys can always go back and rewatch these as well. Take a look at this, though. This is Quad A Prenu Lagoon Tourmaline. Big boy right there. We're talking about 2 carats total weight. So it's going to be just shy, probably about 1.70 carat on your center stone, maybe 1.65 carat, roughly. But that's a big, bold look there. Nice. That looks super large. I'm going to put it on my pinky finger here just to kind of give you an idea of the scale there. So again, buckle style sort of design there. Very Art Deco, I'd say, inspired with the sort of past, present, and future, north-south diamonds flanking your east and your west over here. And then you've got the double row going down the shank, which I really, really love that. Gives the band a lot more power. And they go about halfway down. This is a stunner. It's $3,700. $3,700. So you're gonna take a 0.25% off that with your code LIVE25, and we're getting this one. Was this 116?
This would be 116, correct.
Sold 116 for Facebook and Instagram. The number for anybody who's watching on TikTok, if you just joined us, the number in order to find out more information and to go to try to procure an item, it's a personal shopper is going to be your best bet. That number is 888-835-2237. All right, we've got a $560 budget pay on this one. Okay, $560 on budget pay. That is phenomenal. That's 0 credit check, 0 interest payments, and you've got a 30-day inspection period. With everything that we've shown you today, notice there hasn't been anything on clearance, because we cannot put this on clearance. We should not put this on clearance because these are just too rare. And it's too in demand. So I want you to keep that in mind, and also the availability factor. When these are gone, there's no telling if we'll get more of this in. It's so limited what we have been able to get. And look, we've negotiated great prices with our vendors that sell this material, but there's so little of it. That you're really getting something that is extraordinarily collectible. Now, I will say on this one, in terms of your availability, with the final remaining moments of the show, as long as we don't have any special requests, I will get into that. This one, we only, these are all just like super, super limited.
Yes, we are down to just 6 available.
6 available on that one, okay? I will say on what I think is the piece de resistance of the show, this pendant here, there was only 2 of this one. That was that big double halo pendant. The price was incredible on that. And the estimated replacement value was like 14 grand, but I think that was the biggest one that we showed in terms of the center stone, if I recall correctly. That's incredible. But I'll flash in along with this one that we just showed you. This is 2 carats. Can we scroll down though real quick with the final remaining moments of the show? And I want to give them the the carat weight just on that center stone here. We're focusing on our middle guy here. So 37.39, and then we're getting that down to about 3,000. But it's a carat 60. Okay, so a carat 60 on your center stone there. All right. And I just figured I'd show these three together because I know people are thinking about getting an emerald cut. They may be sort of weighing those three options there. All right, folks, that's about all the time we have. I want to say thank you. Thank you so much. Everybody who's out there. Oh, and real quick, just another quick note. This one we only had one of as well. That was the one surrounded by the Colombian emeralds. So pretty. Oh, I want to let you know. Yeah, because when there's only one of something, it's like, ooh, that means you gotta look alive on it. Again, anything that you've seen here, if you want to take another look at it, if I whiz too fast on it, you guys can always rewatch these. About 45 minutes after the show, we have them available on shoplc.com. You just go to live stream. It should be in the top area of the menu. Click on that, and you should be able to watch any of the old shows. They're all archived, and this should be up in about, 45 minutes. But I want you to come back at 2 p.m. Central Standard Time, because at 2 p.m. Central Standard Time, we're going to be back with some of the world's most beautiful lab-created diamonds. We're talking 10 on the Mohs hardness scale, optically, chemically, the exact same thing as the Earth Mine diamonds. Sometimes they are required, or they're supposed to, once they're a certain carat weight, they're kind of legally required, but they don't always have them, to have a serial number, very, very small, minuscule. It's about the only way you can tell the difference between that and an Earth Mine diamond. It's really, really extraordinary. And some of the prices we're able to do on them, based on what I've seen out there, even from some of the best vendors and best prices in the marketplace, we smack them all around. Like we're doing them for unbelievably low prices. This is your opportunity. If you thought a 2 carat, a 3 carat, a 4 carat diamond was just not in the cards, because you're not going to spend tens of thousands of dollars. We're going to make that dream a reality for you, and that's coming up at 2 p.m. Central Standard Time. Great job, Elias. Thank you so much. Thank you, everybody out there who's been watching. With the closing moments, if you would please, on your social media platforms, like us, share us, subscribe, all that good stuff.